Yeah. Yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Let's talk about the press conference. Come in, make sure that you smash on the like button, drop in the comments, let me know you in the building, and we gonna cook. I'm not gonna be in here for too long, but we gonna cook while we in here. My man, let's see who we got in the building so far. My man Wayne Chicago in the building. What's happening with it? Macadon 1. James in the building. Go Peach. What's going on with it, Denise? Salute to you, Queen. Aiden in the building. Young World. Adonis. Skinny 2 Liddy. What it do? Bama Jeff 79. What's happening with it? Kirk McCall. What's happening with it? Yeah, y'all smash the like button. Get the likes up for me. Hit the like button as you come in the building. Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's happening with it? Seen and unseen boxing, what it do? M Tram, what's happening with it? What it do? Big brother in life, what's happening with it? Yeah, we gonna talk about it, We gonna talk about, I'm gonna talk about what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, all around the board. Big John Kramer with the 2 kilos on his neck. You got me again. You got me again, John. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get you. My man, Royalty Fours, what's happening with it? Devin Bell, what it do? DeVale Degree, what's happening with it? Visitors from another planet, what's happening with it? Yeah, already, Arkansas stand up. Yeah. Yeah. We here, so we definitely gonna talk about it. Like I said, if y'all can do me that favor and hit the like button, get the likes up so we can cook. Lou Errol, what's happening with it? J Real Live, what it do? Yeah, like I said, y'all come in the building, smash the like button, smash on the like. OTB, what's happening with it, man? Where you been at, OTB? Hope everything well with you. So let's get to cooking. First of all, I want to say John Kramer was right. He picked Teofimo Lopez. Man, and I couldn't see Teo winning that fight this past Saturday, but he did it. He pulled it out. So, like I said, I was wrong. And I got to give Teo his props. He went out there. He did his thing. He shocked me and a lot of people. A lot of people wasn't looking to see. A lot of people didn't think that Teo could beat Josh Taylor, and I didn't either. Now, Josh Taylor, hey, he had a long layoff, but I can't make that an excuse. I can't make that an excuse because, hey, he didn't make it an excuse. He didn't say nothing about it. But I did recently just read an article, and now Josh Taylor is coming saying that basically he didn't have no legs. By the 5th round, by the 4th or 5th round, his legs was real weak. So, I mean, I'm not finna make no excuses. You dig what I'm saying? T.O. got in there, and he just schooled him. He beat him, straight up and down. I don't know. Maybe we've seen the best of Josh Taylor. Maybe Josh Taylor is not in his prime no more. I don't know, but T.O. did his thing. That's all we could go by. Personally, I believe I've seen better versions of Josh Taylor, but also styles make fights. Different styles make fights. So it could have just been the style that T.O. bring to the table. Now, T.O. said that he did switch his approach. He said he switched his approach, and his daddy had him messed up, telling him to jab every 2-3 seconds. And so, he said he went back to the way that he had been fighting before. So he looked good in that fight, man. And he had Josh Taylor hurt a lot of on different occasions in that fight to where I thought that T.O. maybe was going to get Josh Taylor up out of there. But like T.O. said, Josh is a big dude and he know how to survive, you know. Plus, Josh got some crack in him too, so you don't want to take no chances, you know, and get caught. But T.O., he looked good, you know. Overall, he looked good. So I got to give him his props. Real Boxing TV says T.O. already at 25 a Hall of Famer. Good for him. I mean, I can't argue with that if niggas is gonna argue with me and tell me that Adrian Broner is a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? If people saying that Adrian Broner is definitely a Hall of Famer, well, I can't argue and say that T.O. ain't no Hall of Famer at 25. You feel what I'm saying? Because when you ask people, well, who did Adrian Broner beat? Then it get real quiet. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would give when you say, okay, but by the standards of Boxing Hall of Fame, I've always said that's not like, you really don't really get no bragging points by bragging on who's a Hall of Fame in boxing, because they just let it get out of control. You know what I'm talking about? Like, if they only had the best of the best that could get in the Hall of Fame of boxing, that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Then you would have an argument, right? Then you would be like, okay, well, AB can't be no Hall of Famer. Then you would say that T.O. got to do more to get in the Hall of Fame. But with the requirements that they have, you know what I'm saying? You putting Rocky in the Hall of Fame. You putting guys like, I believe, guys like Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward, I believe they're in the Hall of Fame. So, you know, with the criteria that they have to be in the Hall of Fame, it's not that high. And it makes it bad for guys like Andre Ward, you know, who's just inducted in the Hall of Fame recently. Last year? It makes it bad for fighters like that you want to look at and say, okay, they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. They were the best of the best. But when you look at some of them dudes in the Hall of Fame, it's kind of like, okay, if this is the criteria, I mean, what can you say? They pretty much letting everybody in the Hall of Fame if you was a champion. What it looked like. Ricky Williams, what's happening with it? Ricky say Hall of Fame is a popularity contest. So, yeah. So, with that being said, yeah, T.O. can be in the Hall of Fame right now if he wanted to at 25, if that's saying much. Y'all make sure that y'all smash my like button. Do that for me. Crush the legend in the building. Ohio Styles, what's happening with it? We definitely finna cook on that press conference. Like I said, the good and the bad. I'm gonna tell y'all what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, what they can improve on tomorrow, and I believe it's in New York. Let me see. Who else we got in the bit? Jay Real Live, Jay Wash, my man. Let me see. Kirk McCall, Brian King. What's happening with it? What's happening with it? Money Brown, my brother Money Brown TV in the building. What it do? Seattle Boxing Talk. Nick J in the building. What's going on with it, Nick J? So yeah, we gonna cook. So today, man, y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button, right? Now, when the press conference first started off, I'm gonna keep it 100. My first reaction, actually, Gina brought it up to me. She like, why didn't they let fans go? I said, well, it wasn't open to fans. It was just media. That's one of the things that I didn't like. If you having a fight of this magnitude, right? If you're doing a press tour and you're doing 2 press conferences, to me, the whole point of it is to let the crowd, the fans, be able to come to the press conference. The fans in LA, right? Because you're supposed to be trying to promote the fight, to make the fight even bigger than it already is. So the thing is open it to the fans so the fans can come out and see both of these fighters up close in the press conference, right? You promote it in LA and you let the fans come out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it doesn't make sense to me that they have it closed off to only media when it's a fight of this magnitude. And this is a problem that I've had with other big fights that they put on. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I thought the whole point was to promote the fight to make it bigger. If you having 2 press conferences and only media can go out there and you just putting it on YouTube, I mean, what's the point? Like, to me, really, what is the point of saying we going to LA and we having a press conference? What is the point of going to a big city and having a press conference in a big city if all you're doing is closing it off for the media and you're not having no fans go there? Like, y'all got to make this shit make sense. Like, what is the point of that? Like, I'm trying to make it make sense. What is the point? Like, if y'all could have did that shit in motherfucking Omaha, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have had Errol Spence, and like, it don't matter to take it to LA and New York if you can't have if you're not gonna have no fans there. It made absolutely no sense at all. Now, it would have made a lot of sense if you have it in a big city like LA, but then you let everybody in LA know about it so they can come out and support it, right? Why the fuck you having it closed off? It just didn't make no sense. So right off the rip, that was something that I didn't like about it, because that's not promoting the fight. Like, I mean, it's not promoting the fight no more than it would be if you had that shit in Montana. Like, well, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? They could have went to fucking Montana and had a closed off goddamn press conference. Nobody would have known the difference. Who knows that they was in LA by looking at it on fucking YouTube? We don't know where the fuck they was at. We don't know if they was in LA. We don't know if they was in fucking Nebraska, Dallas, goddamn fucking Wyoming, Montana. Like, who knows where they was by looking at the press conference? I remember when Wilder had his press conference, right, tour, like, they let the fans come to it. You know what I'm talking about? The fans was able to go out to it. So it's crazy that they doing this shit now. It's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? What is the point? So I didn't like that at all. You know, I thought they was gonna have a big press conference. That's why they're going to LA, because okay, we're gonna go to LA. We're gonna let everybody in LA come out and be able to, you know, feel the atmosphere. That way we can promote it on the West Coast. Then we're going to go to New York. We're going to let everybody on the East Coast be able to come out and see both of these fighters, you know, face off and feel the atmosphere. That way, you know, people that wasn't thinking about going to it, now it builds up the excitement. Now they want to buy tickets to go to the fight in Vegas. But that shit it didn't make no sense. You know, so they could have, I don't know, they could have did without that. If you ask me, like, why spend time and, you know, have these guys fly out? Maybe they doing it so they can go to other outlets and do other interviews in LA, because you got ESPN, you got all these other big shows in LA and in New York. Maybe that's why they doing it in LA and New York, because for any other reason, I can't think of any other reason why. So another thing I noticed, right, when the press conference first started, I noticed that Bomac needs a goddamn oversized lazy boy. They can't have Bomac sitting in them fucking regular sized chairs. Get that nigga a goddamn oversized lazy boy to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Bomac didn't fit in that goddamn chair. You know, you gotta treat Bo Mac, you know what I'm saying, with the respect that Terence Crawford and his team think he deserved. Next time in New York tomorrow, man, PBC Showtime, have Bo Mac an oversized lazy boy so he can fit in. And make sure that bitch is the real lazy boy. Not no off-brand shit, because he gonna sit right through that bitch. Make sure that motherfucker is heavy duty. One of them heavy duty, big boy, oversized lazy boys. It might, you know what I'm saying? Have him sitting up there like that. Cause yeah, man. Bo Mac go fuck around and break one of them little bar stools. For real. Hey, god damn. Ultimate Fight Club, what's happening with it? Salute. My man KG in the building, Snacks B. What it do? And salute to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. Smash on my like button. Queen, what it do, Queen? Hey, Queen. Gina said, she said you can't drink her under the table. She said she ready for the challenge, Queen. We definitely gonna find out. And I'm not picking nobody motherfucking vomit up off the floor. Hey, man, but yeah, y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like I said. So getting into the press conference, she said, whenever you ready. Hey, she said she ready. She said we definitely finna link when we go out there too. So getting into the press conference, right? So right off the rip, I'm like, man, I know these dudes ain't gonna sit up here and be this respectful to each other the whole time. You know what I'm talking about? Because it was too respectful. Bo Mac got his ass up there, and all of a sudden he's scared of the microphone. I'm like, man, Bo Mac is stumbling, stuttering, talking hella low. And I'm like, come on, Bo Mac, I know you, all the shit you be talking, I know you ain't scared to get in front of these press and talk your shit. You know what I'm talking about? I said, man, all the shit big ass Bo Mac be talking 24/7. He didn't got in front of this goddamn microphone, and now it's, well, you know, we respect them over there, and you know, respect to Errol Spence and his trainer. And what happened to all that? Oh, he ain't shit. We gonna beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? He's a drunk. I want to hear that shit. I want to hear Bo Mac and get up there and talk all of that big shit that he be talking, you know, everywhere else. I was ready for that. And once Bo Mac got up there and talked, I said, man, this motherfucker's scared to talk in the microphone now. You know what I'm saying? He didn't got stage fright all of a sudden. And so I said, you know what? They should have brought Bernie Loudmouth ass up there. I was like, yeah. I said they should have had Bernie up there. You know, Bernie Loudmouth ass would have got the shit hype. That motherfucker could talk some shit with his disrespectful ass. I said, yeah, he should have brought Bernie ass up there in the place of Bo Mac. Bernie would have got shit turned up. So that's what I thought. I was like, yeah. So Derrick James, you know, Derrick James is always the same. So Derrick James, he never changed. It don't matter where he at or who he talking to. Derrick James is that's just how he is. But Bo Mac, he's trying to like what the fuck you doing? But one thing that Bo Mac did say that caught my attention, he says, you know, I see them over there. They looking, you know what I'm saying? They looking like we the B-side. Motherfucker, you is the B-side. Y'all are the B-side. Like, it's not that they looking like y'all the B-side. Like, you are the B-side. Now, does that determine who wins the fight? No. But y'all are the B-side. But anyway, that's the only thing that I could take from what Bo Mac had to say. Wasn't nothing else that he said, you know. And like I said, Derrick James is going to be Derrick James. I didn't expect Derrick James to get up there talking a whole bunch of shit because that's not what Derrick James does. And then Terence Crawford, he gets up there and he gets to talking. And for real, I don't mean to sound negative for Bud, right? I don't mean to get at him. But it's like the next time you reading the script that you wrote, make sure that you memorize it. so it doesn't have to sound like that you trying to remember what your script was. Like, come on now. Everybody seen that. Man, you hate no Bud, man. This is Errol Spence channel. No. When you heard Bud talking, it was like every sentence he said, he was trying to remember what he had wrote down on paper to say. It didn't come off authentic. It wasn't authentic. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, did he have one of the press members standing in press row holding up goddamn cards for him to read? You know, I mean, god damn, Bud is coming out. He's saying like one word per minute. Bud saying one word per minute. I'm like, come on, Bud, man. Get to the fucking point. All that shit that Bud be talking. Now you get in front of a microphone and you forget your speech that you wrote down, that you had wrote down. Like, goddamn, Bud, like Bud and Bo Mac, them motherfuckers was nervous as hell. Both of them sweating this shit. Motherfucker, he didn't sweat through his shirt. I said, man, you could tell that they ain't never fought nobody of this magnitude. They ain't never been on a stage of this magnitude, and it showed. They wasn't used to that shit. See, Bud and Bo Mac, they used to facing opponents that they know they gonna whoop on. So when you got an opponent like that you know that you gonna whoop on and it's gonna be easy, it's easy to come in there and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? For all these other opponents, you never seen Bud talk like that. You never seen Bud talk, you know what I'm saying, give you one word per minute. Bud get up there and Bo Mac get up there. Yeah, we gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking you up. That's what's gonna happen. I'm beating your motherfucker. And he get up there, he can't even remember his speech. Like, goddamn, man. Y'all said that David Benavidez wrote down his speech when he fought Caleb Plant. At least he memorized this shit. And he was able to, at least he was able to memorize his shit and get his shit out, you know, nicely. But, man, you fucked it up, man. But you need a redo tomorrow. We're going to need you to come better than that. So, you know, Errol Spence gets up there and he's respectful. Too respectful. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for, okay, Bud, he talked a little shit. It took him a long time to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was, you know, about 2 words a minute. I'll give him that. It took him a long time to get it out. But he talked a little shit. He says, D something, whatever the fuck your name is, says, y'all casuals, hell on wheels, boy. But you in here. Didn't nobody fucking invite you? You in here. Why are you in here then? Like that's what gets me. When a motherfucker is on somebody's channel watching them, and then they come in the comments trying to talk shit, but you in here watching. But anyway, King Pep says, stop hating on Bud because you like EJ. What'd I tell y'all? What I tell y'all? Stop hating on Bud. Oh, okay, my bad, dog. But stop hating on Bud. What you talking about? Stop hating on Bud. You didn't watch the press conference? Am I not telling the truth? Or maybe you missed that. But anyway, so Errol Spence got up there, and I'm like, man, EJ, you're being too fucking respectful. You're being too nice. You know what I'm saying? But EJ, that's him. He don't talk a lot of shit. So I'm like, he got up there, then he got down off the podium, and I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I kind of put my head down. I shook my head. I said, man, this ain't it right here. I said, this press conference ain't it. Now one of these dudes is doing it for me. Like, you, come on now. Like, y'all acting like this is a motherfucking funeral or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not it. It ain't doing it for me. So they sit down, and then the media start asking the questions. And out of nowhere, Bud got to talk about how when he win the fight, it's going to prove that he's the best because of what he done, you know, being undisputed at 140, and then him saying that he going to become undisputed at 147. And out of nowhere, that shit sparked something off in EJ. He wasn't liking that bullshit. And then we finally got the real EJ. We finally got the real EJ. Because Bud, he had been talking shit here and there, talking about, hey, we going to gut him. We going to have a fish fry. I'm definitely going to show why I'm the best fighter in the world. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So, like I said, Bud was talking his shit. It was just taking him a long time to get it out. And like I said, I don't know. Well, I know what it was, Bud said some shit that sparked something up in EJ, and it surprised me because I was saying to myself, I know we ain't going to go through this whole motherfucking press conference and let Bud say all this slick shit, and Errol Spence is just going to be respectful and not say nothing. Like I said, man, this shit is some weak ass shit. I'm just keeping it real. And EJ, man, he stopped Bud right in his tracks. Like, nigga, who the fuck you fought? Like, you ain't fought nobody. Who you fought at 135? Who you beat? Who you fought at 140? And who you fought at 147? Well, man, I fought at 147. I beat Kell Brook and Sean Porter. He said, man, I whooped Kell Brook. Kell Brook was done, and he got in his ass. He got in his ass, and he let him know who you fought. And everybody that you did fought, that I fought, you fought them behind me when they was already done. He said, like Sean Porter, he ain't even trained like he did for me. His daddy even said he didn't train like that. And one thing I caught is when EJ asked him, who you fought, nigga, who you fought? Who you fought at 135 like that? Who you fought at 140? Bud ain't had no answer for that. Well, I fought Sean Porter. No. Who did you fight at 140 pounds to become undisputed? That's the question that he asked him directly. Who did you fight at 140 to become undisputed? You keep on talking about, I'm great because I was undisputed at 140. But who'd you fight? I'm waiting. And Bud, he didn't have no answer for that. Because he knew if he opened his mouth, he was going to clown himself. He's going to make himself look like a fool if he opened his mouth and said, well, I fought Julius Ndungo. He didn't want to say that shit. So Bud is a lot smarter than we think he is. Because, see, he tried to pretend like he didn't hear the question that EJ asked him. Nigga, who'd you fight at 140? You keep talking about undisputed, I'm going to be too tough. Who you fought at 140? Who you fought at 140 to be undisputed? If we're going to talk about it, let's tell the whole story. Let's not leave it out. You know what I'm talking about? So that shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit got up under Terence Crawford's skin right there. Because you can't answer that. Like I said, if you answer it, then you're going to look like a fucking fool. Terence Crawford had the easiest road to undisputed that we've seen. Motherfuckers always talk shit about Devin Haney being able to fight Kambosos for undisputed. A lot of the same people that talk shit about Devin Haney being undisputed by fighting Kambosos, them same people are bigging up Terence Crawford. Bro, he fought Julius Ndungo. That is the weakest way to get undisputed that I've ever seen. Like, real talk. And that's not hating on Bud Crawford. It is what it is. Just like Errol Spence said, right? It's not saying that he's not a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's a very good fighter. But the facts are the facts. You had the easiest road to undisputed that there was. Kambosos will beat the dog shit out of Julius Ndungo. And no disrespect to Julius Ndungo. He just not like that. He's, you know what I'm saying? We seen the very next fight after Julius Ndungo fought Terence Crawford and got stopped. Motherfucking Regis Prograis went in there and ran through him like wet tissue paper, and he did it faster than Terence Crawford did it in. So are you telling me that Regis Prograis is a better fighter than Julius Ndongo? Since y'all like to make all these motherfucking triangle theories, right? So for those who say, "Oh man, look what Terence Crawford did to Sean Porter," well, since y'all want to make that triangle theory, that would have to mean that Regis Prograis is a better fighter than Terence Crawford, according to y'all, right? Because look what he did to Julius Ndongo compared to what Bud did. He did it much faster. If that's how we want to go with it, y'all make sure that y'all smash my like button, man. Omega Red, big head Omega Red in the building. What's happening with it? J.A. Dixon, what it do? Michael Ray, what's happening with it? So, yeah, man. Like I said, y'all smash the like button for me. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Brian Francis said some cat that was like 9-0 stopped Ndongo. I mean, Tay Jones, you know, he fought Ndongo, right? He didn't beat Ndongo, but he said that he hurt Ndongo. You know what I'm saying? And Tay Jones didn't start boxing to probably, you know, I don't know, his late 20s. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, and he said he hurt Ndongo when he hit him with a shot. Diana Queen, salute to the Queen Diana in the building. She always come through and support your boy. She says, talk your ish ETB. And I appreciate you coming through supporting the channel. And everybody else, just hit the like button. It's free. So, now, on behalf of Terence Crawford, Crawford does look very confident, right? When he got past all the nerves on the podium, when he was able to sit back down, you know, he seemed like that he's confident in his abilities, which he should be. You know, because a lot of people saying that Errol Spence, well, man, Errol Spence, he don't seem as confident as Bud. He don't seem as confident as Bud. Well, I think that Errol Spence, he just don't talk as much shit as Bud do, you know, off the record. He really don't. But I see both of these fighters as confident in their abilities. Terence Crawford is showing, right, by his words that maybe you could say that he looks more confident, but both of these fighters are very confident fighters. Just like Errol Spence said, he says that I'm going to break him. You know what I'm saying? When we get in there, he's stubborn. It ain't going to come down to who got the better skills. He going to want to fight, and I'm going to want to fight, and it's going to come down to who can basically stay focused. Because when you lose focus, that's when you get caught with some shit that you don't see. And it's going to come down to a dogfight. That's basically what it's going to come down to. A1, who's on? What it do? That's what it's going to come down to. That's how I see it coming down. Confidence does play a part in the fight when you got one fighter that's doubting himself. Errol Spence don't doubt himself. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence confidence showed, and he didn't even have to show nothing by his actions, right? Your confidence showed by your actions. Who was pushing for the fight? Errol Spence could have easily walked away without having this fight, but he was pushing and pushing and pushing, and he sat out a whole year. Let Terence Crawford take a tune-up, right? When he could have been like, you know what, fuck it, man. Bud don't want to fight. We had the fight set up, and he ran off. You know what I'm saying? He ran through the back door and took a tune-up. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to move on. But he set out. It's going to be damn near 16 months when they fight. And he waited on Bud. Refused to take a payday to fight Keith Thurman and waited on Bud. From rumors, they was even going to let him fight Keith Thurman at 154. So we can't say, oh, well, man, he was just trying to hold on to the strap. Or, man, he didn't have nobody to fight. at the welterweight. No, they was going to let him defend his strap against Keith Thurman at 154 pounds. So that tells me I don't give a fuck who get up there and talking, right, running their mouth, making it seem like that they confident. I'm going off of who had the actions to show me that they're confident, that they're more confident. And without a shadow of a doubt, when it comes to the actions, EJ, that him. It's him by far. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he could have easily ran off and not took this fight. If I was EJ, if I was in Errol Spence's position, I'm going to keep it 100. I would have said, fuck Terence Crawford. I'm not waiting for this dude no longer. I'm moving on with my career. Matter of fact, I was telling Errol Spence to say that. Tell him, F you, I'm moving on with my career. We're not fighting. But he didn't do that because he wanted to fight so bad. So come July the 29th, all the talking going to be over. And I think that's kind of the time that Errol Spence is on. I think he kind of like on some, I'm not finna get up here and try to degrade him and act like that the opponent that I'm getting in the ring with ain't shit and I'm just going to run through him easy. I'm not even going to put that in my mind because once I start looking at Terence Crawford, like, okay, yeah, he's smaller than me and I'm going to just walk through him and it ain't going to be as tough as y'all think. Once I put that in my mind, then I might start slacking off. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm looking at him like he is the greatest fighter in the world. That way I can have that in my mind throughout training camp. And when I get in the ring with him, you're going to see me on a whole different level because I'm looking at him like he's a whole different level fighter. So I think that's the mindset that Errol Spence is bringing into this situation. You know, it doesn't do him no justice to be like, you know, I'm going to run through this dude. I'm going to make it easy. He ain't shit. Because we've seen a lot of fighters come and talk that shit and they really start thinking that shit. And then once they get in the ring with their opponent, it plays out a whole different way because they didn't prepare themselves mentally to think that they was going to get in the ring with the best opponent that they've ever fought, with the best fighter on earth. They didn't prepare themselves mentally to feel that way. So, you know, I think that EJ, he's in the right mindset to go in there and destroy some shit. Because once you prepare yourself mentally, then everything else in the ring, sometimes, a lot of times, it plays out a lot easier than what you thought it was going to play out like. Plays out a lot easier. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, this don't have nothing to do with fighting, but it has something to do with what I'm talking about right now, right? I remember when I got my second ever tattoo, right? I went years and years without getting another tattoo because my first tattoo I got, that motherfucker hurt. Like, if y'all see it, y'all can see it still raised up on my arm because the cat that was doing the tattoo, he dug like deep down in my skin with the needle. So that shit looked like it's branded on me. You know, that shit hurt. It hurt like a motherfucker. Like, it's only 2 letters. And that motherfucker hurt so bad I wanted to get up and tell him, nah, fuck that, and stop. That's how painful it was. So I probably went like, let me see. I probably went like 8 years, 9, probably like 10, 9, maybe I say 9 years before I got another tat, right? And so in my mind, I was trying to build myself up in my mind, thinking, okay, this shit finna hurt like hell. And I kept building myself up, thinking that shit was just gonna hurt like hell. And when I got it, it didn't even hurt. It hurt, but it wasn't nothing like I was building myself up to believe it was gonna feel like. And I was like, this is it? Oh man, this ain't shit. But it wasn't shit because I was sweating this shit before he hit me with the needle. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I'm sweating this shit. I'm thinking this shit gonna hurt like a motherfucker. And then after, I'm like, oh, that was it? Oh, that wasn't shit. And then, you know, when I started getting more tattoos, it was like, that ain't shit. But that first one, yeah, I had to build myself up to get the second one. And I think that's what EJ is doing. He building himself up to believe, okay, Terence Crawford is everything that everybody say he is and more. And that's just what it is. I'm going to respect him when I talk about him. And I'm going to make myself believe in my head that he's a fucking monster. That way I can train for a monster. And when I get in the ring, I'm going to make sure that I don't cut no corners. All the work is going to be done in training. Now, as far as Terence Crawford and Bomac and his team, they're talking, making it sound different, right? And that's what people are saying, oh, well, they so confident. Hey, Quick said she made the dude stop it about 20 times. Hey, it all depends where you get it at, too. She said she had dudes stop 20 times. Now, I wanted him to stop, but I'm like, man, I ain't finna sit up here and look like no bitch and have this dude stop, so I'm gonna just keep going. But, yeah, man. So, now, as far as Terence Crawford, right? In his team, with people taking it as, oh man, they seem confident, man. They look at them, they know they gonna whoop EJ. Well, he said shit like, we gonna show the world, we gonna go in there and gut him. His team is saying that Errol Spence ain't gonna last 10 rounds with Terence Crawford. He get knocked the fuck out, and all of that shit sound good. But the minute that Terence Crawford really starts believing that they gonna walk through Errol Spence and he gonna knock him out inside of 10 rounds, that's where he gonna fuck up at. You know what I'm saying? So for Terence Crawford's sake, I'm gonna say that he don't really believe that shit, right? I'm gonna say that Bud is just him and his team. Bud is just talking like that, but he don't believe for 1 second that he finna go through and knock out Errol Spence within 10 rounds and walk through him like they trying to make it seem. He don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I believe that he too good of a fighter to make himself believe that in his head. Because like I said, once he starts believing that shit, it's over with. It's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? In a fight of this magnitude, you cannot have those type of beliefs that I'm going to walk through this opponent. Errol Spence nor Terence Crawford. Omega, man, shut your ass up, dog. For real. Omega always, man, if tattoos hurt, they never walk my path in life. Man, we talking about needles, dog. They ain't, this nigga Omega Red always got to fucking try to show, man, I can unscrew motherfucking tractor trailer bolts with my bare hands. If you can't gut a fish with your fingernails, man, don't even talk to me. Omega, for real. Omega Red crazy as fuck, man. But but anyway, what's happening with it? YB, Billionaire TV in the building. What's happening with it? Shit. Damn. Man, if you can't take a motherfucking samurai sword to your motherfucking stomach, if you talking about it hurt, don't ever talk to me. Smoke. Oh shit. Man, anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and but like I said, man, that's my whole take on the outlook of all that. Oh man, he looked confident and he don't look confident. It's they both know what they got in front of them, right? That's why when Bud got up on that microphone and Bomac got on that microphone, that energy was different because they felt that shit. They felt that this ain't like the other fights that we've been in. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like, nah, I wasn't checking Omega. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? Me and Omega always talk shit to each other, Shawnee. Yeah, nah. Nah. It ain't like that with me and Omega. We always talk shit to each other. But Ultraman always coming through, supporting. What's happening with it, man? Appreciate you. But like I said, man, yeah, when Bomac and Terence Crawford got on that podium, they was nervous on the podium having to talk in front of everybody because they felt it. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no fans in there. It was just media. But they felt it. You know what I'm saying? You feel it. He different. This dude ain't like all the other fighters that I've been in with my whole career. And I've never been on this type of stage against this type of opponent. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I seen ETB in here talking about Errol Spence. Well, Errol Spence was slurring his words, man. That's how Errol Spence talk. He got those teeth in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? He got those, what do you call them? Prosthetic teeth. You know, he has those teeth in his mouth from the car accident, and that's how he talks now. So it ain't got nothing to do with him being nervous. He wasn't slurring his word because he was nervous. But the way that you seen Terence Crawford and them talking, I'm not going to say that they was nervous, but I mean, you can say that. They never been on that type of stage before against that type of opponent. And you could tell that Errol Spence and his team, they have more, they got the attitude when they talk like, we've been here before. Yeah, we haven't fought Terence Crawford, but we've been here before. The fighters that we've been in the ring with, the big fights that we've had, have prepared us to get up here and talk like we normally do. We don't have to be nervous in front of the media. You know what I'm saying? We've been here before. But I didn't get that same confidence out of them when they start talking in front of the microphone. Like I said, when they sat down, I got it. But when they was in front of that mic, it wasn't the same. So we're going to see what they bring tomorrow. Let's see what they bring tomorrow. I want to see Errol Spence turn it up tomorrow. I want to see Bud Crawford turn it up tomorrow. And I want to see a special guest tomorrow. I want to see a special guest tomorrow. Yeah, I want to see a special guest. You know who I want to see? I want to see them replace Bomac and put Bernie Loudmouth talking ass up there. Yeah. Hey, real talk. In this last press conference, this is the last press conference that we're going to get all the way up until fight week. They need to let Bernie Loudmouth, disrespectful ass, get up there. Bernie is like the Charleston White of boxing. You know what I'm saying? They built like each other. They kind of look like each other. Put Bernie ass up there. They're the same size and everything. Let Bernie get up there. That's what I want. Let Bernie get his shine and get up there. Because if Bernie get up there and start talking that cash shit, I guarantee you shit is going to get turned up to a whole nother level. You going to see EJ get turned up. You going to see his best friend, Jay Isom. You going to see Jay get turned up. You know what I'm saying? Jay already tried to fight Bernie. He already called Bernie out a few times. And Bernie don't want that smoke with Jay. Yeah, for y'all don't know, Jay Isom, Errol Spence's best friend, he didn't call Bernie out on several different occasions for the fade. And Bernie, it's like he don't know how to fight all of a sudden now. You know what I'm saying? But let Bernie get up there. Tell Bomac, you know what I'm saying? Sit to the side, Bomac, and let Bernie get up there and talk that shit. Real talk, because all jokes aside, that's what they need. Bernie can talk more than anybody up on the stage. Bernie can run his fucking mouth and get this shit cracking off. I guarantee you, if Bernie get up there and get to talking that shit he be talking, like he can talk. If he get up there, oh yeah, them motherfucking pay-per-view numbers gonna go from, I'll say, 800,000 to 1.5 million. Them, if they get Bernie up there talking his shit, them pay-per-view sales gonna go to 800,000 to 1.5 million. Real talk, because he gonna get everybody turned up. He gonna get everybody turned up. Just make sure that y'all have security in place, because it might get like that. It might get like that. But that's what they need. So my question is Terence Crawford, why you ain't have Bernie at the press conference with you? Why didn't you have Bernie go up there and talk? That's supposed to be your partner. You can get shit turned up and give him some shine at the same time. That's what I would have did. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did. That's how I would have kicked this shit off. And then I would have did it again the next day. So, yeah, they need a special guest. Have Bernie get his loudmouth ass up there and talk that shit. Yeah, Southwest Dice said Bernie in Omaha. Bernie shouldn't have been in Omaha. Bernie should have been on that charter flight with goddamn Terence Crawford. That's where Bernie should have been. Snacks B said Bernie the secret weapon. Yeah, running his mouth, talking shit. You know what I'm talking about? That can't nobody in here tell me if Bernie hadn't got up on that podium talking his shit, the whole goddamn everybody would have turned up, because now Errol Spence turned up, Jay Isom, he didn't turned up. You probably even get Bo Mac turned up if Bernie get to running his mouth. I mean, not Bo Mac, Derrick James. You probably see Derrick James get turned up if Bernie get to running his mouth. Real talk. So, yeah, that's what they need to do for New York's press conference. You know what I'm saying? Get on your line, call Bernie, and have Bernie get up there and talk that shit. I guarantee you, them pay-per-view sales will go through the roof. That's what you need, because Terence Crawford tries to talk shit, but it take him 2 words, you know what I'm saying, per minute to do so. Errol Spence, he talk a little bit of shit, but he don't talk that much shit. You know what I'm saying? Both of these dudes is just not going to get up there and talk the shit that's going to make this fight break pay-per-view records. Because let's keep it real, you know, yeah, we are, a lot of us in here are diehard boxing fans. So we don't need that. That's not for us. Like, we gonna buy the fight regardless. Now, I know a lot of y'all niggas still gonna stream it, even though you're getting the fight that you want, you're getting the fight that you've been asking for years. A lot of y'all niggas still gonna stream that shit. Let's just keep it real. But for us, the ones that's gonna buy the fight or go to the fight, we don't need no extra shit. But the extra shit is needed for the people that's casual fans. You know what I'm saying? For the ones that really don't even really watch boxing like that. You get Bernie up on that podium talking shit, and that shit gonna go viral, and then Bernie gonna make Errol Spence turn up. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make Terence Crawford get excited even more and turn up. He gonna get Jay Isom turned up. He even gonna get Derrick James, and you got a whole press conference with everybody talking shit and getting turned up and basically saying what they really want to say, the shit that they talk behind closed doors. Bernie will bring that out. Knockout, I see you, what's happening with it. Sean Clark, what it do? Bernie will bring that out. So that's what the press conference needed. That's what it needs, you know what I'm saying, to have the same type of crowd buy the fight that bought the fight for Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. You do some shit like that, oh yeah, them young cats, them TikTokers and them fucking, you know what I'm saying, all them, oh yeah, they buying the fight, and they gonna get everybody else that watch them to buy the fight, because it's gonna go viral. Nothing that happened in that press conference today is good enough to go viral. Now, you got some content creators that's gonna do their job and make that shit go viral, but ain't really nothing that they said is good enough to go viral. It's good enough for these young purse-wearing TikTok dudes to go on there and put it on their channel and get it hyped. like they was doing for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Like, y'all got to understand, you had TikTokers that had tens of millions of subscribers, right? And YouTubers that had millions and millions of subs promoting Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia just because they know them from being in that world. You know, Southwest Night says they was too professional. They was too professional, not for us. Once again, for us, we cool. We don't need to see all that shit because we gonna buy the fight or go to the fight or whatever you may do, regardless, because we know what this fight is. But they was too professional for, you know, the young cats on the outside looking in, the people that really don't watch boxing no more. Y'all gotta understand, on the same night, you got a big UFC event on the same night as Errol Spence Terence Crawford. Now, it's things that you can do to get some of them people, instead of clicking on that UFC pay-per-view button, to click on the boxing pay-per-view button. But you gotta do some extra shit to do it. And like I said, Errol Spence ain't gonna come out of his character just, you know, for no reason. Terence Crawford, he ain't gonna come out of his character just for no reason. But you insert Bernie loudmouth talking ass, Bernie the boxer in there, and he gonna get them to come up off their fucking shells. He gonna get them heated. He gonna get it crunked. He gonna get it turned up. And that's all I'm saying. So, you know, I would like to see something like that because I know this fight deserves to do a certain amount of pay-per-view numbers. And let me send a message that I always send to boxing fans that's watching me, right? For the people, for boxing fans that's in here, you know, for the people that's watching this show, I want to send a message, and I've done this on several occasions with other pay-per-view fights. If you're not going to the fight, pay for the pay-per-view. Now, I know that most people don't listen because they couldn't come out with the pay-per-view numbers for David Benavidez and Caleb Plant because y'all motherfuckers didn't pay for it. You streamed it. You know what I'm saying? Numbers don't lie. You didn't pay for it. You streamed it. I came on here and I continue to preach to people, pay for it. Don't stream it. But always when you get in the confines of your own home, when you know ain't nobody watching, you click that button. When you have a choice to pick up your remote and either buy it or just, you know, fuck it, I'm going to turn my goddamn Fire Stick or whatever streaming device that I have. Ain't nobody else going to see it. That's what most people doing. Ain't nobody else going to see it. I'm going to just stream the shit. Pay for it, right? Because we got the fight. And if you want more big fights of this magnitude, if you want to see a Gervonta Davis and a Shakur Stevenson or whoever y'all want to see, you got to pay for this fight. Real talk. This shit is going to set the standard for them to either make the big fights or to step back and to do what they was doing before 2023 and say, you know what, it ain't worth it. We just going to continue to move how we was moving before. So don't think that you're getting over not paying for this fight because you're not. If you're a real boxing fan and you think, well, it don't matter. I'm just one person. It do matter because it's going to be a whole bunch of other one persons just like y'all that's doing the same thing. So pay for the fight. Don't stream the fight. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I'm not pocket watching nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's probably going to be close to $100. If you don't got the money to buy it, well, you know, you just don't got the money. You just don't. It is what it is. So, you know, but if you can afford it, if you have the money to buy the fight, pay for the fight. Don't stream the fight. You know, and every other content creator if it's any other content creators in here watching me, please stress that shit on your channels. Stress that shit. You know, pay for it. Real talk. Because we can't have these pay-per-view numbers come out and they be like, okay, well, it was 500,000 pay-per-view buys. But then another report come out and it showed that goddamn 30 million people streamed the fight. Don't do that. It's not doing you no justice. It's not doing me no justice. It's not doing nobody that's a real boxing fan no justice at all. All you doing is cheating yourself. You cheating yourself. Because they're not going to make the big fights no more. Once they see the numbers ain't where they thought they was going to be. Flossy Sports TV says, get you and 3 of your friends to chip in 25 each and have a cookout. Even that, it's ways to save. Like if you just can't afford, okay, well, I ain't got $96 or $91 or whatever it may come out to be, right? I don't have that right now, or I can't afford to, pay that because people got bills and shit. I understand. Well, try to get, some other, so like my man said, get 3 or 4 of y'all together and all pitch in. You still pay for the fight. You know what I'm saying? All y'all still pitched in to pay for the fight. So pay for the fight. B Moore says, I'm not buying because y'all convinced me that Crawford is trash. No, you're not buying because you don't buy fights, period. You know what I'm saying? Don't come in here talking about you ain't buying because somebody convinced you that Crawford's trash. If you're a grown-ass man and you looking at shit with your own eyes, can't nobody convince you a motherfucking thing. Real talk. I mean, come on now. I call that shit cap. I bet you can't come on here and show me no goddamn stub where you didn't bought a fight. If you saying that, right, and you not joking, if you not just trolling and you for real, right, I guarantee you can't come on here and show me a stub where you paid for anybody fight. But anyway, my man J.A. Dixon says it might be playing in the movie theaters too. Yeah, I think they will have it in the movie theaters. But man, I don't want to fight. Real talk, I thought about that shit before. I don't want to watch no fight in no fucking movie theater. Real talk. I want to be able to, if I'm not at the fight, right? Say I either want to be able to be at the fight and be crunk, or I want to be able to jump in front of my motherfucking TV, throwing blows, you know what I'm saying? Pacing, getting nervous, all that shit, all the emotions that you feel watching a big fight of this magnitude. I want to be able to do all of that. Even if I'm watching it at a party, you getting crunk, you yelling and shit. I don't want to be sitting down in the fucking dark theater and have to be quiet watching a fight. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers telling you, shh, shh, this is a fight. I want to have that shit lit. But, for those that's not like me, that don't mind watching it in the theater, that want to be able to sit down with their popcorn and be quiet like you watching the golf tournament, that's cool. I can't do that. They beat and kick me out the motherfucking theater. For real, they beat and kick me out. Sir, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to escort you out. I beat and missed the main event. Man. But yeah, man. Let's see what's going down tomorrow. Like I said, once again, I'm doing a raffle. It's right here on the screen. I'm giving away 2 floor seats. Not no nosebleeds. These is close-up floor seats plus $600 in spending cash, right? I'm doing a raffle. To enter the raffle is $100 buy-in fee. So I will be giving 2 tickets away to 1 person and $600 in cash. If you want to go watch the Errol Spence fight live in person, you can enter the raffle and you got a chance to, win these 2 tickets. Once again, the cutoff date is July the 2nd. I will be doing the raffle, right? I'll be pulling the winner on July the 3rd, and I also will have the winner come on live. So if you want to enter in the raffle, my Cash App is right there. And, you know, hey, pretty much it, you know, if you want to enter in. Like I said, and on July 3rd, I will be doing a live show, and I will be calling the winner. So if you're interested, the Cash App, the information is right here on the screen for everybody to see. If you send me a Cash App, I'm writing everybody's names that send in the Cash App. I'm writing their names down, and I'm keeping track of everything. So you don't have to worry about none of that. But anyway, like I said, man, I just want to come in here and chop it up about the press conference. Salute to everybody that came through, showed love and support to the channel. I will be dropping some videos. I got some videos that I'm dropping today after this. So be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that y'all smash my like button. I appreciate everybody that came through, showed love and supported. And y'all already know how we do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Smash on the like button on your way out the door.